Master of Deception is going to be my topic. And Master of Deception is a man that's ruling this earth right now. What is it? Job 9 and 24. And let's go there since I brought it up. Job 9, 27, 24, Salakia. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And we know who's the wicked in the earth. We know who's running the earth. We know who's pushing the cord and pushing the paper and getting legions of men from one spot of the earth to the next. And legions is pretty much, in between, 7 to 10,000 men or something like that, legion of men. Moving them from one part of the earth to do his wickedness. The military, the Air Force, Army, they doing what they are told to do by the hand of the wicked, or the wickedness. That's Esau, Edom. He is the master of deception. And, what I want to go into is something that Willie D had on his show 2 days ago. But besides that, let me go back to this here, and then I'm gonna go into my introduction. I don't want to leave that out. So let me go back to this here. Master of deception. A master of deception is someone who is skilled at misleading others. They may be charming and persuasive, or they may create elaborate lies. So, giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rikakodash, and double honor to the men of Great Millstone that's out there on the highway and byway, pushing this truth day in and day out, also pushing this truth over the worldwide internet, reaching the elect to pull them out of a two-thirds state of mind so that we can be beamed up on those chairs of salvation to live in the kingdom under King David and the supreme King Yahushua, which he has the title of command and authority and rulership over heaven and earth. Though title was given to Yahushua by his father Yahweh. Also, I'm not a member of GMS, but I believe GMS has the 100% truth of the Bible. To the Akim and Aqua, which are the men and women that listen and continue to pray for more faith, repent and fast, and keep the laws and commandments to the best of your ability. As it states in John 14:15, if ye love me, keep my commandment. Also, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of man. Again, master of deception, that's Esau, Edom. A master of deception is someone who is skilled at misleading others, which he mislead the northern kingdom by deceiving them as, we come in love, we come in peace, and then when the Indians, the Native American and so-called Native American Indians, which is the Northern Kingdom, and right along with the Hispanics and Latino brothers and sisters, showed him how to fish, how to hunt buffalo, how to build, a place of shelter, how to use the spear, even. The Northern Kingdom even gave Esau some of their women. Showed him how to survive the winter. And once Esau got that down pat, then here come the knife in the back, the spears in the neck. He's crooked. He's a man. He's a master of deception. He come at you humble, kind, with his red, blushy cheeks and stuff like that, being humble and just he's your best friend in the world. But the Bible know him. The Bible tells us not to trust this man. Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. It says here, never trust thy enemy. That's the main point. To keep yourself from being in his traps. Never trust thy enemy. For as like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You can clean a pipe, a rusty pipe. You can clean it, take all the rust off of it, and let it set up. Just let it set up. Oxidation will take over, and it will go right back to where it was. It's going to be rust all over again. His wicked will not go away. It's going to reveal over and over and over. It doesn't matter how many times that you be his friend, his buddy, he's still going to show himself as your enemy. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, take good heed. So when the Native American Indian, saw him, he came over there humble. It wasn't thousands of men that came with, the first settlers that came over here, to the New World. You don't go to somebody's house, acting all big and bad when all the family is in there and it's just you and 3 other guys. No, you go humble, and that's what he used. He used that deception of being a humble, pleasant, not warlike, but he come in peace, as I said. But he is the devil that the Bible speak of. He's a deceiver. And the Bible also go in and said that he's the border of wickedness. So the Bible says that never to trust him. Also, the Bible also said that he hate Yahweh B'Shem Shai, hate Esau. That he's going to cut him off the face of the earth at a certain point in time. And also in Malachi 1 and 4, that he is the border of wickedness. So why isn't he not, as I said in the beginning, the master of deception? All wickedness know how to be wicked. I mean, that's just what it is. He have that wicked spirit, so he know how to be wicked. He know how to be cunning, like a fox, like a snake. They already got a program in their mind. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and guess what? They study us, and they know how we act, and they set up a trap, and they just sit back. They sit back with that Birdman hand rub, because he know that he got you. He just waiting on you to fall in his trap. Then he got you. Verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. So when he set the trap up and you fall in it, and you got spirits in your back, you got the handcuffs on, you tied down, hog tied. Now he's going to come stand in your place. He's going to name your city after his name, paint over your image, and said it was him. Go to Egypt, and some of these other places where a lot of our idols are painting. Go to Europe, go to Jerusalem, go to Italy. There's some stuff in Rome, Spain. We was all over Europe, Western Asia, as an elder Malcolm would say. But they have whitewashed a lot of our stuff. So that's what it said. It says here, when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. As if he been there, that he started this culture. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. take your power. And thou at the last remember my word and be not pricked therewith. So we tell you who this man is, don't be tricked by him, because he is the master of deception. This is this man. And what I want to go into is a story about that Willie D go into about this rich Jake uh, that live in France. And he trusts and believes, just like a lot of entertainers, a lot of millionaires, billionaires, um, and a lot of, just regular Jake, regular Edomite, and other heathen nation that listen to the bullshit that they were pushing out about this jump shot. And there was a lot of people that took heed to it due to fear, and there was a lot of people such as the men of GMS, and there's other people such like myself, because I'm not in the camp, that when I heard about that they were forcing people to take that what, I'm gonna say that what, and in the place of that the C word. When I first heard about it, they were saying, I was in the store, and over the intercom it said all people, all parents and adults need to wear a mask, but if you have a child that's under 5 years old, they don't have to wear a mask. There was one flag right there. Another one was this here, that all the people of Congress was exempt from taking the what, and they were saying that if you work in a job and there was more than 100 people, that you didn't have to take it. Now Congress got way more than 100 people, and guess what? People all over the world come to Congress, and they was, a lot of people, as they claimed, was getting sick from overseas, and they had to shut down traveling for a little bit. You couldn't travel to China and other places, Then there was another one where the people that was making that what, they was exempt also. Now I remember, and it was the FDA, the FDA, was it FDA, or the people that was making, the people, I think it was FDA, the people that was making a cure for that what, they was exempt from it. And I was like, hold on, if people was dying left and right the way they said it was, and if they found a cure on some type of lab, monkey or rat or whatever, and they found a cure over and over and over again, you would think that the people that were making it, they would be the first one to take it, since people were dropping dead like they said. I remember one time you can just go on the internet and just put in any number of death, and there will be that number, like how many people died in the state of Texas or whatever, and you can put, well, I'll take it back, you can say did 11,000 people die in the state of Texas or something like that, and it would show, in this section over here, or this county over here, or whatever, to scare the masses. And a lot of people were scared, and they listened to Esau, and they went and took the what. So, the Heavenly Father give certain men understanding, have the spirit of discernment to know what's right and what's a right and what's wrong, right? So 2 Corinthians 2:11, at least Satan should get an advantage of us. And a lot of people that took that, they were taken advantage of, and they are being taken advantage of today with sickness, all type of body ailment, young people dying left and right. For we are not ignorant of his devices. When I put those together, matter of fact, the first one, when it said that all adults have to put on that mask, and if you had a child under 5, that they had to wear a mask. I knew something was wrong with that, because most parents that have a 5-year-old child or under is going to be, some in their teens, in their 20s, and some in their 30s. And I know the adult immune system is a lot stronger than a child. A child can easily get sick quicker than an adult. So why would you? That just didn't make any sense. So the child immune system is stronger than the adult. Anyway, it says it, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So, like I said, he is the master of deception. Again, someone who is skilled at misleading others. And he sure did mislead the whole world. He mislead the whole world, except for a few sprinkled here and there. They may be charming and persuasive. Esau, he's very articulate in his speech. He have the clothes to go along with it. Very persuasive. He'll say something to entice your hearing, to get you to say, wow, that do make sense. This man really do, he's really trying to make our lives a whole lot better. Yeah, okay. The Bible said, never trust thy enemy. He's a slickster. Or they may create elaborate lies. Like I said, sell you a sweet dream, and you're going to buy into it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and play this video here, and I'm going to stop it right when it get towards the C word. And I'm going to say, you know what, and you already know what it is. I'm trying to keep my my video from getting strike. But yeah, let me give you just a little summary of what you're about to hear. It's this Jake. He's a multi-millionaire Frenchman, and he believed in what everybody feared, and he went and got some life insurance. I think he had some life insurance way before this happened, because most life insurance, you have to wait a certain amount of time, in most cases 2 years, and in order for you to get paid out. But Esau, he would make up these policies, and then he'll have his agents that work for the company, and they present to you all these papers and tell you, well, this mean that, and this mean this. Oh, that ain't nothing right there. It just mean if you miss a payment or whatever, and just sign here, and then over here, this is for you, and over here, this is for your wife, and they don't break down nothing. They give you a summary of it, but if you don't read in between those lines, the fine print, that's where they get you at. They will use deception go ahead and get this policy. Is, you know, you can get a $2 million policy for this amount, and the term is you got to wait 2 years, 3 years, or whatever. And then if something happened, your family would get this here with no problem, and your family will be taken care of. You know, but I'm gonna let Willie D, talk to you about it, and hopefully this will be edifying. Like I said, I'm going to stop and read back where he left off from, and then I'm gonna let him continue again. So let's get busy.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If you or your loved one have a life insurance policy, you might want to come in a little closer and listen to what I have to say. And when I'm finished, you absolutely might want to read the fine print of that policy. There's a video circulating online claiming that
Now, here's the French man right here. He's the one that got that multi-million-dollar life insurance, and he was turned down because of some stuff that I guess he didn't read or didn't understand. So he's going to go into it, but when it get down to point 37, as you can, I don't know if you can see it, but has that C word, so I'm going to have to stop it here in a second. And I'm going to start off where he left off from. So that's the man right there. So let me take it back a little bit.
Let's see. There's a video circulating online claiming that a wealthy man from France went and got himself a multi-million-dollar life insurance.
A multi-million-dollar life insurance policy. He later took the you know what and died.
After his death, the insurance company refused to pay on the basis that
the insurance company refused to pay on the basis that the you know what was an experimental. See, they didn't tell us that it was something experimental. They were telling us the effect of getting it could lead to death. So it was urgent for you to go get you know what, so that you wouldn't pass it around to others and affect others. And they were using a scare tactic that it was uncontrollable. Pretty much it was uncontrollable. It was airborne, and that if you didn't take you know what, that you was going to be and you were going to be in tune of getting it, right? So it scared a lot of people, and guess what they did? They went and they took it, but they never said that you know what was an experimental. See, that's a lie. He is the master of deception, So going down here,
drug.
Experimental drug.
Furthermore, the judge in the case said that the deceased had to know that it was an experimental drug because the information was all over the media. People were complaining about side effects. So he had enough information out there to make a wise decision. So he made the choice to take the vaccine. Therefore, they considered it a suicide.
You see the trickery, the deception, and these insurance people, they will use this here to keep from your family getting that payout. And also lawsuits from people, family members that died behind it. You know, what was it? They had said this was a while ago also during the time where they said that you couldn't lawsuit the pharmaceutical. That's who I was trying to think of. The pharmaceutical that was making the drug, you couldn't sue them if one of your loved ones perished. So they was exempted from that. This was experimental. Now they telling you that it's experimental so that they wouldn't get sued. And then what Willie D just said, that they said that that he already know due to the side effect, because they was giving out the side effect if you took you know what. And the side effect is something like when you go look at a commercial. Like I said, this is misleading information. He is the master of deception. It says here, and this is what you see in these commercials sometimes. And it says here, side effect. This is an example when you see it on the TV. Common side effects include upset stomach, dry mouth, and drowsiness. A side effect is considered serious if the result is death, life-threatening, hospitalization, disability, or premental damage, and exposure prior to conception or during pregnancy cause birth defect. So you know they'll lay it out and say, well, we told you, but they will add more fear and add more demand on you taking it. If you don't take it, you're going to lose your job. Putting fear mongering, having people to separate from each other. You know, you couldn't go in certain businesses. I mean, it was just, the whole world was weighted down on you know what. But they'll give you this right here, the side effect, but it'll be in increments. You know, they might say it, let's say, twice out of a week, but you know, out of the 7 days, you know, they'll go ahead and be pounding and pounding and pounding this fear mongering of you know what, and how many deaths were in the United States, and then they go into individual states, and they showing people from 4 or 5 years ago that you know that probably died in the street or whatever, and they putting it all in the media, you know, to scare you, to get you to go ahead and take it, because that's what they want you to do. It's everything is for a reason. You know, that Georgia Guidestone, where they wanted over 500,000 people to be unalive. Guess what? That's it right there. And that's the only way to do it, by putting fear in these people to go take the you know what, and they can do it themselves instead of Esau having to use military or bomb or whatever to do it. He make you do it to your own self. Master of deception, Esau, Edom. And go back to the video. I believe I got one more. You know what, and then like I said, then let him speak the rest of it. Again, fair use. If I did say it, fair use, fair use. I'm not making no money off this. It's just going by scriptures, going by events that happened during the you know what. So let's continue on.
Now, that brings us to the United States. Now, the good doctor explained that people in the U.S. assume that the same rules did not apply to them but they were sadly mistaken because the American Council of Insurers.
The American Council of Insurance said that you know what was an experimental. So the people over in France, over in Europe, as Elder Malcolm would say, Western Asia, said that it was a experimental. These are elite people. They knew it was a test run on y'all to go do something like this. He knew that pushing fear was going to get you to do this. So the elites, you got elite devils over in Western Asia, elite devil here in the United States, and they all on the same page. They're all on the same page. You know, they had a lot of people to come down on brothers that are in the truth. You know, saying that, you know, we are fools. You pushing lies. You know, when we were telling them, don't trust in this man. But guess what they go do? They go run to Egypt. What's that, Isaiah 30 and also 31? Instead of taking heed to the counsel of the word of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, which are the prophets, the videos out there on the highway and byway. But you want counsel from your enemies. You want the strength of man to protect you and save you, instead of you turning to the strength of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Now you are ashamed and you confounded, and a lot of you gonna die. Most of you gonna die. Point blank, period. So American Council of Insurance says that you know what was an experimental. Let's go ahead and play it back again.
Experimental drug. And so anybody that catch it and you die, we ain't got to pay.
See there?
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The American Council of Insurers denied the allegations. Furthermore, the French...
Now, hold on, let me just finish this out. Because now, see, Esau, one thing, like I said, he's master of deception. He will cover up a lie so damn good, you know, to make it seem like, oh, somebody just talking shit, you know, that ain't nothing. You know, just like Dr. Sibo, I believe wholeheartedly that the man found a cure for the alphabet, if you know what I'm saying. A disease, a small disease that has big troubles, you know, and that big trouble that come with it is death, slow death, you know, and they try to make a fool out of him. They marked him. What? Some old black man from the islands found a cure for the alphabet, and he had proof. These people had it. I think he cured, 30-something people, 34 people, if I'm not mistaken. And they all testified, went to country, all testified. They pull up their old record, and they probably had samples of what they had, you know, when they had the ABC or whatever, and they didn't anymore. But they shushed that under the rug. So I don't think that this right here is a lie. I think with his craftiness, with the media, you know, with the power that he have, he will cover up everything. Hell, if he cover up the image of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, and their characteristic are in the Bible, they can cover up your lie. I mean, not your lie, but they can cover up a truth and make it as if that's a lie. They ain't nothing. It's just like Trump would say, fake news. So let's go back.
Ministry of Justice said they can't find this so-called case where a wealthy man took out a multi-million-dollar insurance policy, and the insurance company...
They said this that they couldn't find a so-called case where a wealthy man took out a multi-million-dollar insurance policy, and the insurance company refused to pay because the guy took the you know what and died. So that the whole story has been debunked. See, Esau, in order for him to not pay out that money, he'll use any force, any weapon, he'll use entertainers, he'll use anything to keep him from giving you that money. Slavery was real. Then he's supposed to give us 40 acres and a mule. Have we got that? Now they want to say that slavery didn't exist. This man here, he don't take accountability for his action at all. When it come down with being, using his wickedness, being a demon in the earth, and people know that he's doing this on the left hand side. So now, like I said, they downplaying this multi-million-dollar person, Jake, so that they wouldn't have to pay him. So they debunked it. So let me just skip down to here. Play it.
And died. So that whole story has been debunked. But wait, there's more. It's important to note that your insurance company will never refuse a payment. Let me say that again. Your insurance company will never refuse a payment. They are going to take every single payment you send. The moment you make a claim, that's when they start going through your paperwork and looking for an error, even if it's an error in your name.
You see that? They do not want to pay out that lump sum. They don't want to pay out Holly, to be honest with you. They don't want to pay out nothing. They want to be the receiver, and have you to, have you wishing on a star. Well, if something happened to my mom, I'll get this here. And there's a time period that you have to wait, because they combing through everything. You just heard, he just said this right here. Let's go back up to said that your insurance company would never refuse a payment. Let me say that again. Your insurance company would never refuse a payment. Now, they'll take your money besides any type of discrepancy or any mistake. They'll continue to take your money, and then when it's time to pay out, then they're going to get a comb and go through your policy. And if you have a letter missing in your name, it can go against you. It can count against you on you not getting it. They'll comb through there and they see, well, you said that you stayed at this address some time ago because we wanted, to get, your previous address, but you wasn't staying there. This is with your cousin address. I'm just, they gonna find anything to keep from giving you that money. It says here, payment that are going to take well, let me just take it back here. Take it back a little bit, let you hear it again.
Let me say that again. Your insurance company will never refuse a payment. They are going to take every single payment you send. The moment you make a claim, that's when they start going through your paperwork and looking for an error, even if it's an error in your name, your address, or anything. they can claim you lied on the contract. Or they won't say you lied, they'll just say you wasn't forthcoming, you know. And then if you want to really push them, they'll say you were not being honest. You wasn't being completely honest. And they will deny you. Just like...
But they will still take your pay. Ain't that some shitty way? I mean, they'll take your pay, but they not even like they'll take your pay even if they know it's a discrepancy in your policy. They'll still take it. But when it come time to pay out, oh no, you got this and that. But you done gave this man damn near 20 years of your payment, but they don't want to, hey, you know, come on in so that, you know, we can correct this. That's the righteous thing to do. But he is the master of deception. He know that you're going to make some mistake, because the person that's representing that life insurance company, they ain't going to sit down and explain every fine black, you know, every black word on that white paper to the T. No, they're going to say, well, if you sign it, you knew about it. My agent went over it with you, but the agent ain't gonna go over the whole page. It could be damn near 20 pages. And a lot of people, they know a lot of people, especially us, we don't have, you know, we don't have well, what I'm trying to say is we are not, our time capacity is short. This is a microwavable generation. You know, we don't want to just sit and just read and try to get understanding of this and that and this and that and this and that, and it can take damn near 3-4 hours, over 20 pages, and you got to go over with a fine comb over every word. See, they don't have to. They say, well, you know, we're going to look over it, but they already know. They already know your mistake from the beginning. They just sitting back taking your money, smiling in your face. Yeah, you know, you're going to get, if anything happens to you, your family will be taken care of. You know. Now, some of them, they might get some of it, but they won't get the full thing, because guess what? They don't tell you anything about Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, he going to get his chunk out of it. So you talking about multi-millionaire here in the United States, you got multi-million dollar life insurance. Uncle Sam going to get a big chunk of that. They don't tell you about that. So let's go back to here.
If you do something slick on your paperwork, on your application, when you buy a car or a house, if you buy a car or a house, they're going to take the payments. As long as you're making the payments, they take the payments. But the moment you are late on those payments, especially if you're multiple months late, they start digging through the paperwork looking for any type of discrepancy. Anything that can show that you were not completely forthcoming, you know, with your finances or whatever information that you had to provide. And then that's when they're going to bring the hammer down, because now it's time for everybody to save their own butts, right? It's like, yo, it ain't on me. It ain't on me. They start kicking the can. They try to kick the can all the way out of the door. But ultimately, it's the consumer who ends up getting the raw deal. They make sure that
the consumer normally ends up getting the raw deal. And a lot of you 2/3 that call on Esau, the master of deception, the master of wickedness, the master of wickedness, as the Bible says in Malachi 1:4, the border of wickedness. A lot of you niggas and niggerettes are going to be in a situation like that, but it won't be not getting your life insurance. It's going to be facing all types of harsh, hellish judgment. You know, being ran through the city and getting shot up. running through the woods and getting shot up, getting lynched, getting raped, you know. And the Heavenly Father, you know, might decide to keep you through Jacob's trouble, and you catch them hot ones, them ICBM missiles. So, because you didn't take counsel, you didn't want to listen to the word, but you put your faith in man, and man will always fail you. Again, referring back to Isaiah, go here, Isaiah 30. Tell you what, I'm gonna read just one part of this. Isaiah 31. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots. You know, so a lot of our people go to the government, go to the military, go to this state, federal, and they trust what they believe. They trust the media. They trust, like I said, a lot of people trust that Esau Edom was going to take care of them when that you know what was popping. But look what happened. He deceived you. He tricked you. You took that jump shot. Now you pretty much walking on heaven's door. You know, by leaving out here in a horrific way. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children. A lot of you are rebellious. You don't want to listen. You shrug your shoulders. You know, says the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. Like I said, you run to the mountains and the hills of Babylon instead of listening to the mouthpiece of the prophets that's doing the work, that is followers of Yahweh Bashim Hawashai. But not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So you don't ask of the Lord, you don't take no counseling, you don't do nothing. You just go to a sinful man to go do sinful things. You ran to a sinful, wicked man. He is the master of deception, which is a sinful man, to go do something else that's sinful by taking that you know what. Number 2, to walk to go down into Egypt, which is Babylon, which is America today, and have not asked of my mouth. You haven't even called on the Lord. You haven't even went to the brothers out there on the highway and byway to ask with your mouth, who is Yahweh Bashim Hawashai? What's the sign for the ends of time? Who are the children of Israel? Are we going to get that James Brown big payback one day? You know, who is Yahweh Bashim Hawashai chosen people? You know, was Yahweh Shai really a so-called black man? And his father and the angels? Like I said, you shrug that shoulder. You know, you throw up the middle finger. You know, you get your arm and you do that to, you know, the brothers. You know, you leave, you know, messed up comments trying to belittle someone, you know, that's doing this work. I'm going to read 2 again. That walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. So they have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. So they don't call on the Lord. They call on Daddy Esau. You know, Elon Musk, Trump. That's who they holler at. in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. They trust in America. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh, the king, the queen, the president, the dictators of this world, be your shame. So a lot of you are now finding out that a lot of your loved ones have passed. Some of your loved ones struggling. They not mentally right. They don't feel the way they used to feel before they took you know what. And now there's no way that you can sue. There's no way you can get any type of finance to soothe the wound, to heal the wound. While you was laughing and talking about the people that didn't take it, upset and wanted them to go to jail, or some of y'all wanted some of us to be unalive because we didn't take the you know what. Now that the truth is out over in Europe, Western Asia, and over here, they said that it was experimental and that they gave you the side effect and it was your choice to take it. How is this a choice when they force you? If you don't take it, you're going to get fired. And a lot of people have gotten fired from their job. That's not a choice. That's a force. You force the people to take it. Now they come back and cover up their lies and say that it was a choice. Kind of like, when they said Kanye West with his clumsy self, they're going to sit up there and say slavery was a choice. No, the fuck it wasn't. Who choose to leave where they at to get on the boat and go somewhere that they don't know where they going, to be around other naked men and women and children in chain, people throwing up, pissing and shitting everywhere. You getting beat. You're not eating the proper food that you normally eat when you were free in the west coast of Africa. They did all types of stuff to you and your women. How is that a choice? It's not a choice, Kanye, but he did say that it was a choice to be a slave. No. And that's what Esau liked for an Israelite to say that, because it would take it would take some of the bitterness off Esau. So now the world can say, oh, well, he said, that it was a choice. So these slaves here were dumb as fuck. So why should we care about the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man? It was a choice. They simple ass people. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So you're ashamed and you're confused because they lied to you. It's experimental. You can't sue them. And now they got you where they want you to be. See if there's anything else on this here. I'm going to let him go ahead and play it on out. He got a little bit more to say, about 2 more minutes. And if there's anything else that come up, I will stop and add more to it. Like I said, this is just in the spirit. So let's get it.
They win at all costs. How do you think insurance companies are able to pay claims? Millions of people are insured. Millions, hundreds of millions. These insurance companies, they have a lot of policies. How do you think they're able to make millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars a year? How do you think they're able to do that?
And a lot of
By
millions
not paying claims,
came
not
from
by
slavery.
paying claims. They have entire departments dedicated to looking for discrepancies, looking for ways to undercut you. You go to your doctor, then you go to the lawyer tell you, yes, I might be able to get you about $100,000 on this one. So in your mind, you automatically thinking, I'm gonna get at least 100. First time you talk to the insurance claims adjuster, they start talking about $5,700. That's not the end number. That's just to bring you back down to earth so that you can get that 100,000 out of your head. So that when they finally make their final offer of 13,000, you jump on it. That's the game. Insurance company make their money by not paying claims, not by paying claims. This is why it's good to have a friend named Luigi.
Well, there you go. There you have it. He's a master of deception, and number one, he's a big ass liar too. Let's go to this. Be my last one here. If good Lord will. 2 Thessalonians 2. Let's see what this is. Okay, we'll start at 8. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed. Esau, he's been revealed. I mean, every day. Not just only by us, but foreigners. You know, people, that Esau have done wrong overseas. They see his wickedness. Like I said, he's the border of wickedness. The border of wickedness. Okay, let's read it again. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume. He's going to consume him very soon with the spirit of his mouth, the fire, the tempest, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. He's going to, listen, they said there's going to be so much blood. It's going to be high as the horse's bridle, go across his face. It says this here, even him whose coming is after the work of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceitfulness of unrighteousness in them, talking about Esau, that perish because they receive not the love of truth, that they might be saved. So 2/3 are, going to be a part of this too, but this is, I'm just pertaining this here to, Esau, because sometimes these scriptures, it can be twofold. It can be for the children of Israel, just like John 8:44, ye are the devil like your father. You can change that over to Esau, because Esau, he is the devil. And this for 2/3 of our people that took that jump shot. Verse 11, it says this, and for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. So, and this was a lie for a lot of our people. A big lie. This lie here this lie that he presented to the world is going to equal a lot of death. Come time soon, it's going to be a lot of death over a big lie. Esau Edom, I'm going to end it right here. Esau Edom, you are the master of deception. I'm going to end it right here. Shalom.